In the vast, silent theater of the cosmos, we have learned to fear the shadows. For decades, black holes have been the undisputed villains of physics, invisible monsters that swallow stars, light, and even time itself. We've seen their silhouettes, and we've felt their terrifying pull. But what if every shadow had a light? What if the universe followed a perfect, mathematical symmetry that we are only beginning to grasp? Imagine the exact opposite of a black hole. A celestial anomaly so bright it outshines entire galaxies, yet so elusive it has never been captured by a lens. This is the white hole. While a black hole is an eternal indoor where everything enters and nothing returns, a white hole is an eternal outdoor. It is a fountain of pure energy, spitting out matter from a place we cannot see and a time we cannot reach. According to general relativity, these objects aren't just science fiction, they are a mathematical necessity. But where are they hiding? And could they be the secret reason our universe even exists? Welcome to Void Voyage. Today, we step through the looking glass to explore the most impossible objects in existence, white holes. To understand why white holes might exist, we have to look at the equations that defined our modern world. In 1915, Albert Einstein changed everything with his general theory of relativity. He showed us that space and time are not a static stage, but a flexible fabric, one that can be bent, warped, and even torn by mass and energy. When scientists like Carl Schwarzschild applied these equations to the most extreme objects imaginable, they found a mathematical dead end, the singularity. A point where gravity becomes infinite and the laws of physics as we know them simply cease to function. This, we know, is the heart of a black hole. But here is where the math gets haunting. Einstein's equations are time-symmetric. This means they work perfectly whether time flows forward or backward. If you take a movie of a black hole swallowing a star and run it in reverse, the equations don't break. Instead, they describe a perfect mathematical twin, the white hole. In this reversed reality, instead of an event horizon that lets nothing out, you have a boundary that lets nothing in. It is a cosmic fountain, vomiting matter and light from a singularity into the universe at relentless speeds. For decades, this was considered a mere mathematical ghost, a quirk of the numbers with no physical reality. Physicists argued that white holes violate the second law of thermodynamics, which states that entropy, or disorder, must always increase. A white hole, by its very nature, seems to decrease entropy, creating order from chaos. Yet, some of the world's most brilliant minds, including Stephen Hawking and Roger Penrose, teased the idea of Einstein-Rosen bridges. These are the famous wormholes, theoretical tunnels where a black hole acts as the entrance and a white hole acts as the exit. Are these objects real, or just a beautiful mirage in the desert of our mathematics? To find the answer, we might have to look at how a black hole dies. Despite the perfect mathematical symmetry of Einstein's equations, white holes present a fundamental problem to modern physics. We have never found one. Our telescopes have mapped billions of light years, capturing the shadows of black holes and the glow of newborn stars, but not a single trace of an ebbing fountain of matter has ever been detected. For decades, this silence made white holes a mere scientific curiosity. But a new wave of radical theories, led by thinkers like Carlo Rovelli, suggests we haven't found them because we've been looking for the wrong thing. They propose that a white hole isn't a separate object born at the dawn of time, but rather the final stage of a black hole's life. This hypothesis is known as the quantum bounce. Imagine a star collapsing into a black hole. According to standard theory, it crushes into a singularity of infinite density. But quantum mechanics hates infinities. The theory suggests that as the matter reaches the absolute limit of compression, it triggers a massive quantum rebound. In a fraction of a second, the indoor of the black hole flips into the outdoor of a white hole. But there is a catch: time dilatation. Because of the extreme gravity, a process that takes a millisecond at the heart of the hole might appear to take billions or even trillions of years to an observer outside, like us. This would mean that every black hole we see today is actually a white hole in slow motion, waiting to explode in the far future of the universe. This creates a haunting paradox. If white holes are the future of black holes, then the information sucked into the abyss isn't lost. It is eventually screamed back into the cosmos. It challenges the second law of thermodynamics and forces us to rethink the very arrow of time. To find a white hole, we may not need better telescopes, but a completely new understanding of how reality itself is woven. But if white holes are indeed the silent, long-term evolution of black holes, it raises an even more staggering possibility. If a single star collapsing can create a white hole in the distant future, what could a supermassive event create? Some physicists believe we don't need to look for white holes in the distant corners of the sky, because we might already be standing inside one. To understand the end of a black hole, we must now look at the very beginning of our own existence. If we follow the logic of the quantum bounce to its ultimate conclusion, we arrive at a staggering revelation that redefines everything we know about our origins. Think about the Big Bang. For a century, science has described it as a single point of infinite density that suddenly exploded, releasing all the matter, energy, and light in the known universe. Does that sound familiar? To a physicist, the description of the Big Bang is almost identical to the mathematical profile of a supermassive white hole. It is a one-way door where matter only exits, never to return. Theoretical physicist Nikodem Poplawski and a growing number of cosmologists suggest a mind-bending alternative. Our entire universe didn't start from a random explosion out of nothing, but from the exit of a black hole located in a parent universe. Imagine the scale of this. In this scenario, every time a massive star collapses into a black hole in a higher reality, it might be triggering a quantum rebound, giving birth to an entire new set of stars, galaxies, and perhaps life, as a white hole on the other side of the singularity. This would mean we are living inside the aftermath of a cosmic rebirth, the byproduct of a collapsed star in a universe we can never touch. It perfectly explains why the expansion of our universe started so violently and why everything is still moving away from a central, invisible origin. We aren't just looking for white holes in the distant sky through our telescopes. We are breathing, walking, and evolving inside the most powerful one ever conceived. We are the radiation of a dying black hole, transformed into a living cosmos. But if our universe is a white hole, what lies beyond the event horizon we cannot see? And more importantly, what happens to our reality when the fountain finally runs dry and the energy of the parent black hole is completely spent? White holes represent more than just a mathematical mirror to the abyss. They are a testament to the fact that our universe still holds secrets that challenge the very fabric of our logic. If they exist, they are the breath of the cosmos, the out to the black holes in. They suggest a universe that is not a cold, one-way street toward darkness, but a cycle of infinite rebirth. A reality where nothing is ever truly lost, only transformed. We may never cross the event horizon to see a white hole with our own eyes. But in the hunt for these cosmic ghosts, we have discovered something far more important, that the boundaries of our knowledge are constantly expanding. What was once considered a mathematical glitch is now a gateway to understanding the birth of everything we see. As we drift through the silent void, one question remains. If our universe is indeed the exit of a black hole from another world, who or what is watching us from the other side? Thank you for voyaging through the void with us. If this journey expanded your universe, hit the like button and subscribe to join our next mission. And tell us in the comments, do you believe we are living inside a white hole? Until next time, keep looking at the stars. This is Void Voyage, signing off.